Hi, this is Pam. I'm the 2024 spokesmodel for the HIV Stops With Me campaign. And I am here to talk about the question of the month for June, and it goes as such. The theme of New York City's 2024 Pride is Reflect, Empower, Unite. And then, how does this theme apply to your journey as a spokesmodel? Well, I guess I would have to start with reflect, because with reflect, I need to go back to where my journey first started with my diagnosis in 1986, reflecting on how I had hoped that it was a mistake and took the anonymous test so many times. Reflecting on how long I had stuck my head in the sand because I didn't want it to be true. I also didn't have any symptoms, so kind of out of sight, out of mind. And this went on for, I'd probably say like about 2 decades, maybe even 2.5 decades. I wasn't adhering to my medications like I am today. I didn't have any symptoms at the beginning, but then reflected on how everything changed for me from being symptomatic, from getting a AIDS diagnosis because of that, and the symptoms I was getting, and the hospitalizations and blood transfusions, etc. I basically got sick of taking medications and looking at them, and wow. It got to the point where I really had to make a decision on whether to live or die. And that's where the starting point of a new beginning began, because I decided that I wasn't ready to die and I wanted to live. So that takes me into the next stage of how I had to refocus, change my way of thinking. I had to dedicate myself, or commit myself, I should say, to taking my medications like I'm supposed to. Establishing a relationship with my providers based on truth. No more lying about missing medications or how I took them or didn't take them. For me to move forward and to build myself up and take control over my life, I had to be honest. So that was a whole new ball game for me when it came to HIV, AIDS. So I did that. I committed to that. I also got myself, by doing that and taking control, I began to, by the advice of my medical team, got involved in groups, support groups, found peers that we could relate to and have a conversation and bond and unite and connect and just be a source of inspiration. And that helped me along the way feel more empowered little by little by little, because I wasn't to a point where I could fully be out there and disclose to the world. I wasn't at that point yet, but as I kept getting empowered and becoming more insightful to myself, started to learn how to love myself, to acknowledge the human being that I am and the compassion that I have, and putting all of this together kind of took me into another phase. I wanted to become a peer navigator. I became certified as a New York State peer navigator. I was like the second class, so it was kind of cool. I did really take other courses to become a facilitator in teaching chronic disease self-management classes because I was inspired to do so by someone else. And then that takes me to the third stage of uniting. What gave me the power to do that was because of where I am in my life right now, in everything. My health, my mental, my physical, my emotional, my spiritual state is in a good place. My weight is a different thing, but that's okay. I'm just talking about everything else. We all have some sort of issue, right? But with that, I wanted to unite with more peers, connecting and doing outreach. I worked at community-based agencies. Now I'm with a health clinic. So in each of these businesses or organizations that I worked with, I had a part in helping other individuals living with HIV or HIV/AIDS have a life, get educated, talk to them about what it is as someone with a lived experience, what the journey was for me, and that I can certainly help support, understand what they're going through, and hopefully make a difference in their life, whether it be seeing a positive outlook, taking medications on a regular basis, at the same time, every day, having that open and honest communication with their providers or their team, so that was like such an icing on my cake. It was an aha moment for me to why am I here? What am I doing? Why am I here? Why did I survive? Why am I living? Why am I breathing? This is it. This is why. And not only did becoming a certified peer and working with these organizations and health centers and doing outreach provide me a way of doing this service that I love doing, I was asked to be a spokesmodel for the HIV Stops With Me campaign, and their mission is pretty much what I've been feeling and doing, and but it's on a larger scale because it gives us the opportunity to be seen and heard in a larger platform through social media, commercials, billboards, and it just all comes together. And this is my happy place. Go figure, I'm not married, I'm single. I have 2 fur babies that are my joy and my amusement, my babies. But right there beside my mom, as well as being a cherish of my heart, is what I do. And I'm so blessed to have the opportunity to work with the organizations that I do and to be a part of a wonderful campaign that, we want to reach as many people in sharing our journeys and helping to end stigma that's associated with HIV and really anything else. All stigmas are horrible and to deal with. And though my experience is through HIV/AIDS experiencing the stigma and or my weight, that's another chronic condition I deal with, but there are so many other stigmas, and especially with Pride Month and LGBTQ plus communities, I'm an ally, I'm a supporter, and again with the campaign we want to end stigma. Also part of our mission, our combined missions, is to, make sure people are getting tested. We want to raise awareness and get individuals linked to care. We want to stop spreading HIV, STIs. We need to really put a stop out of this. Disavow any surrounding myths of HIV/AIDS, and provide people with facts. Because the more we do that, the more we have open communications, the more we can unite and bridge communities and people together. So that is my long answer to this month's question of reflecting, empowering, and uniting, and what my journey was through all of that. So that would be it. I bid you adieu, farewell, until next month. Happy Pride, happy June, happy summer, happy life, and let's all be allies, okay, and stick together.